Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. We're here in Glasgow. It's fight week, undisputed fight week. With me is the one and only head of the table at Toprank, Todd DuBoef. Todd, how's life treating you?
It's terrific. It's great to be over here finally.
Great to have you, of course. You got a feeling of the crowd here being here, Todd, gearing up to obviously tomorrow night's big undisputed title fight. How do you feel that the Hydra's going to be packed out with 15,000 fans? Josh Taylor fans probably in the most part, but getting that atmosphere, this is exactly what you want for an undisputed title fight.
This is what the sport's about, right? It's about connecting to the fans, seeing the fans go crazy, having passion, believing in each guy's. Catterall's fans were over there ripping and roaring when he came out, and then the place went nuts for Josh. So this is what makes the sport great, and this is what motivates both fighters.
In terms of Josh is one of those people that he's got the undisputed titles, but he doesn't quite have the profile that would beget an undisputed champion. He's now signed up with, he's with Toprank and now with Sky Sports. Do you think Josh, with fights like this and fights going forward, he'll be able to catapult himself into that mainstream soon?
I think Josh's timing has been a little bit unfortunate because of COVID, and I think that kind of put him. He was at the top of the heap in early 2020, and I think that the COVID put a big delay, and it put a big delay on a lot of athletes. But as it is, it's like frequency of him fighting will help and get more awareness, and I think that's kind of what happened. He was a victim of just COVID shutting down and then the infrequency of him fighting, but he's ready to go, and I think everyone's going to start embracing him even more and more.
In terms of that then, Todd, in terms of like fights that are out there for him, what do you look out for? Obviously he's got to get through Jack Catterall, but in terms of putting him there and putting him out there, what does the landscape look like for him?
I think the 140-pound landscape is very deep. You have Ramirez and Pedraza fighting again. You have Zepeda, who is obviously the mandatory of the WBC. You have Teofimo Lopez that just went up there. So I mean, at 140, there's plenty of big fights out there for him. I think the real test is going to be the test with the weight. How does he do with the weight? And I think tomorrow night, after the fight, we'll have a good sense of how he feels his body is responding when he had to drop all the weight to 40. People have said he wants to go to 47 and move up to welter. Can't value it until you see how he comes out of the fight.
Todd, Bob isn't here, of course. I'm sure he'd love to be here. Do you know why Bob isn't here?
He came last week. So he was in the UK last week. And decided he wasn't going to come back, so he normally would have come, and we both probably would have been here. So he looks forward to coming back very soon.
Could you give me the latest on Stevenson-Valdez?
It's done. It's ready to go. April 30th in Las Vegas, and it's a fantastic fight. And this is what we love bringing: is two young guys that are champions, both with undefeated, and letting it go.
Lomachenko, obviously there's stuff going on with Ukraine, but Toprank are looking to kind of secure that fight with George Kambosos there. Looks like he's the front runner. What's the latest there too?
We're hoping he's the front runner. Kambosos' team has been evaluating offers. We think we're in a decent position. Loma wants those titles back. He feels like he let one get away with Teofimo, and he wants to get that back to him. And so that's his objective and his goal, and we're trying to get that done. I think if that happens, it'll probably be sometime in early June. And I think it's a brilliant fight, and it's nothing wrong seeing Lomachenko in the ring because he is so clever, and the way he moves, it's always beautiful.
Todd, Tyson Fury with Fury-Whyte, signed, sealed, delivered for April 3rd, we think. First of all, your reaction to that?
April 23rd is going to be, for us, coming to the UK and doing a big heavyweight fight like that is going to be extraordinary. We've done a lot of big fights in the States, but to also be in the grassroots and work with Queensberry and get this locked down is going to be terrific. One of the things we love is the passionate fan base that the UK has, and those football fans that go translate into boxing fans. We think the stadium's going to be packed. It's going to be a terrific night.
With it being staged over here, does it potentially hurt maybe the pay-per-view sales because obviously the time difference there in America, or is Tyson Fury's star able to kind of overcome that?
Well, I mean, you're going to be out of prime time in the U.S., so you're probably looking at a 5:30 East Coast time start, but your prime time in White and Fury's wheelhouse, right? This is their home, this is their country. You have a great pay-per-view market here, so we'll be on both platforms on pay-per-view in the U.S. and in the U.K. You obviously have to attribute some loss because of coming out of prime time, but we'll wait to see how it goes. Tyson wants to stay active, and this is one of the pieces that we're doing to keep him active.
And Todd, let's bring it back to this card. What can fans expect to see when they tune in to watch Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall?
listen, you're going to see two passionate kids that almost got into a fight here on their way in. So it's a wonderful fight, and there's nothing like seeing the elite class of the category, and both of them at 140 are there. So this is a chance for Catterall to win the title, and this is a chance for Josh to show everybody why he is the reigning king of 140.
Todd, absolute pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for speaking to Boxing Social. All the best.
You got it, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Care.